How to make a sourdough starter. So I get rid of my sourdough starter every year, like around Passover, and I am making a new one now. I miss making bread. I can't eat it, but my husband is, so I want to start making bread again. So I'm making a new starter, and I'm going to show you how easy it is. I'm using the method, I saw it from Justine Snacks. I don't know if it's like her original method or not. It's like a low discard method, and I really like it. I've had success with it every time I've used it. I've probably done it like 3 or 4 times. So it's easy and reliable. So I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm using bread flour. I have had really good success just using all-purpose flour, so it doesn't really matter. I will say when I use all-purpose flour for it, it does take a little bit longer than if I use bread flour or like a higher protein flour. Even on like the first couple of days, it will become like stronger or like fully ready to use in bread faster. That's why I'm using the bread flour. I just want it to be ready faster. To start, you're gonna get a jar. Get a decent sized jar. On like day 4 or 5, you will put it in a new jar. And you want that jar to be a little bit larger. That is the jar that will be its home for the foreseeable future. You're gonna tare your scale. There are measurements. You can just look up what the measurements are for this amount of flour on Google, and it usually tells you. So it's like equal weights of flour and water. So the first day, day 1, you're gonna start with 15 grams of flour and 15 grams of water. Perfect. And then you're just gonna stir that up. Some people say don't use metal, don't do that, whatever, it doesn't matter. You can use metal with sourdough. I've never had an issue. I like to mix it up until most of it's like absorbed, so it's not like dry. Scrape it on the sides, it'll make your life easier. If the sides are really dirty in your jar, it just gets like really hard to clean, and it's harder to tell when your starter does start to rise and fall. Your starter will be a bit thicker if you're using a higher protein flour like bread flour. If you use all-purpose flour, it might look a little more liquidy, but that is okay. It doesn't really matter. As long as it's alive and well, it should still work. The only mistake I see people do sometimes where it's like it won't work is if they use their starter too early. Like as soon as it starts to get bubbly does not mean it's ready or strong enough to use in a recipe. You really do have to wait for it to like rise and fall and be like that active. So I'll show you what that whole process looks like. But this is just day 1, 15 grams of flour, 15 grams of water in a jar. This is what it looks like. It's thick. And I will show you what it looks like tomorrow on day 2.